I sitting in the right spot? Am I sitting in the right spot? I'm not sure if I'm sitting in the right spot. I think I'm in the right spot. Hello. I'm gonna do some updates here, personal wise, and for you guys, real quick, before I get started, to give people a chance to sign on. I hear that sometimes the notifications for when I've gone live don't get to you guys in time, so I'm just gonna riff for a minute here. I'm gonna go through a couple of things. First off, I wanted to give a quick update about my dad. The reason I'm a minute late here is because my mom had just sent an update letting us know that he will be released from the hospital and sent to rehabilitation tomorrow, I believe. And we expect him to be there for about 3 weeks. They are a center that does both physical and mental rehabilitation to hopefully get him back to himself. And he's aware enough now that he's happy about this because he wants to get back to himself. He even had a chance to speak to my uncle, his brother, who's also been in the hospital, and he was just released yesterday or the day before yesterday. My cousin sent pictures yesterday. He had been released to head back home, but he is still having kidney issues and has to go to dialysis 3 times a week. But it's improvement, and we'll see how things go with him as well. But I want to thank everybody for just the positive thoughts for my dad, for my family, and I would also like to give a shout out to Kathy Slavic, who's been caring for her dad in Chicago. And is hoping to be heading home soon. I hope your dad is doing well. Sounds like well enough that you may be heading home soon. So, positive thoughts for her and for her traveling. Good luck. Be safe. And that's all my updates for family and folks. I do want to thank Kathy because even while she's been busy, she's still giving me updates on things that I might want to check out and share with you guys. So, Kathy, just lots of love for you, and I hope things are going well for your dad. Good luck. Um, Good morning, Stacy, or good afternoon, Stacy, I should say. Yeah. Hi. How you doing? We are just getting started here. I'm just hoping to give people a chance to show up. I know YouTube doesn't always give you an alert right when I'm on, and I try to be consistent, but life happens. I did have some questions from folks that I'm going to try to answer on this one. I believe Lauren Gavigan at least had asked one of them. And let's see here. One thing I wanted to do real quick was, let's see if I can go where I was trying to go. Yeah, somebody had asked exactly when Sam was going to be in Australia, and I guess that wasn't really clear. It said June, but it didn't give dates. This sucker is going to give dates, and I should probably shrink myself so you can see it. How about that? All right, here we go. A post here about that convention going on in Australia. Meet the Supernova, Comic Con, and gaming stars here, Sydney, from the 21st to the 22nd of June this summer, and in Perth on the 28th and 29th. And it looks like they've got a pretty interesting lineup here. I'm excited. If I were going, I'd be excited about Katie Sackhoff. I would be excited about Kingston here. And you know what? I enjoy Walking Dead. I've watched too many of the spin-offs. I'll go see Carl. But Sam is there. And Ghostbusters, that's all I'm thinking. But we can also see Vikings. I'm not even familiar with the current show. But we got David Barry here from Outlander, Richard Rankin from Outlander. I have no idea who this fellow is, but must be somebody. And Spider-Man. I dig Spider-Man. Let's go and see the guy who writes Spider-Man. The Supernova Expo is the one who shared this one. Hello, sweetie. The question of who you're going to call has officially been answered as we reveal our first wave of supernova. I can't say it. Supernova superstars for Sydney and Perth. Don't ignore my brain. Remember to hit attending on our official event page to catch all the important updates and be among the first to see our upcoming June lineups now via the link in our bio. We can't wait to see you soon, Sydney and Perth superfans. I will say if you are going to go to any conventions, what you need to do when you've decided is immediately follow them on their Facebook, their Instagram, their threads, whatever they post, because you're going to get star lineup changes. You'll get announcements for special things going on. If you cosplay, you'll know where to meet up for different cosplay events. Sometimes they'll give special panel events, and occasionally meet and greets will be announced that are being sold separately, and you'll hear about those. That's how I find out about stuff. So it does work, and it's handy. It is very handy. Another person, I'm possibly still Lauren, sorry, I did not write that down, and I should have, wanted to know how the heck do you become a member of, and I didn't center this, well, I have to recenter it, I should say. Look, there we all are. Hello, us. How to become a member of the channel if you'd like to be. And what you do is you come down here where it says join, and you press join. And then you decide which one. This one gets you, and these change from time to time of what gets you, but I try to do a little bit more for my corner VIPs than the companions. I don't do tons, but I try to do a little bit more from time to time. This will get you your name on that roll that goes by at the end when I update it. And also, I do look for the stars and these badges here when I'm answering comments, and do try to put more there that than just nothing. If I have something to say, sometimes there's nothing really to add. You guys often make these incredible comments, and all I can say is I agree or give it a thumbs up. So those are perks from that one. This one you get a little bit more because I do sometimes do like personal updates and stuff. But when I'm out and about, a lot of times I may do photo and status updates on the go while I'm running around. Early access to new videos when I make them early enough. As I've been making these kind of the day they come out, or the day, I put them out usually at the time they're open and available to everybody, because I don't want to wait until like 4 just so I can give people early access. However, you do get member shout outs from time to time. Howdy, folks. Priority reply to comments, again, same as above. So there's a little bit more there, but I would say more often than not, it just helps me get out and about to show you guys more things. And replace things like my mic when it stops working. Or actually, it's just really the cord. The mic's not cheap, though, and I don't want to cheap out on a replacement. Anyway, one other thing I wanted to show you, too. I'm going to adjust this just a bit again so you can see. Let's see. What is it? Okay, so you see where it says little dots here? If you want to do a one-time super thanks, a one-time thank you, that's this sucker right here. Oh, you still can't see it behind my big old head. There we go. Come down here where it says thanks. That'll open up a window, and I'm going to have to move you again. It opens up a window that allows you to choose $2 or more. I'm not even going to try to do the more. It's just, it goes up to a ridiculous amount. I'd be very happy with $2. And it's just a donation straight to the fund for this channel, for travel, for tickets, for, again, equipment, little extras. Sometimes they are for things that go towards products I'm making to give out, if those thank you bags or little bags that I give out when I meet you of bits and pieces of stuff. I can't reveal all of it, but like this bracelet that says Katie's Corner in Space and whatnot. So that's how you do that. It's not super complicated. However, it does have to be done, I believe, by a card or a PayPal or something online. So that can be annoying to folks. I am working on getting a P.O. box. It's just taking a little while because here in Indiana, to get a P.O. box, I need to give them my ID, no problem, and or a mortgage statement, which the mortgage is in my husband's and my name, but I'm really leery about just like giving people my mortgage stuff, or my driver's registration, which I don't have one because I'm still saving for my car. So I'm working on that. Hopefully that'll be more helpful. Let's move on to the fun stuff. I think we got some folks here now. I did want to give Jackie Bodek a moment in the sun as well. She's been one of the ladies who's been helping me out with my Outlander chats, of which we have another one coming up Monday, and I have one space left on there. So if your name isn't Jan or Melissa and you want to be on one of these chats, let me know. We're going to be talking about episode 4. Jackie Bodek does hand modeling for nails and has these great nails that she models for. She does a live every now and then. She told me occasionally Thursday at around 6:30 p.m. I'm assuming Eastern Standard Time. I did not ask. But she does these great colors. She makes them herself as well, but she models for other companies. You can see the company names on some of the bottles. So check her out. If you get, if you get excited about really pretty nails, I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'm just gonna sure try anyway. while my daughter is in her Girl Scouting and doing Girl Scout things. I think that's everything. Yeah, We're going to go to here where Sam's having a chat. I'm going to scoot him over just a little bit to center him for the rest of the videos. Sam, what do you have to tell us? Well, he has to tell us a couple of things. This one is shared by Sam Heughan and C2E2, so that gives you a hint as to what he's talking about. It is sunny in Chicago, so excited to see you all at C2E2 April 12th and 13th with the most gorgeous men on the planet, Mr. David Barry and Charles Vandervaart. I can't complain. Tickets in stories. So I've already shown you how to get your tickets. I'm not going to go crazy posting that one below unless you request it. But C2E2, very easy to find on the internet. I'm gonna shush for a minute so we can hear what this handsome gentleman has to say.
Well, I was in Chicago a couple of weeks ago and it was freezing cold, but here in sunny Los Angeles, it is glorious on the Warner Brothers lot. I've even got a little tan, if you could tell. But I'm going to be back in Chicago. I can't wait to see you all there with my brothers in arms. The band is getting back together. Charles and David, we're going to see you at C2E2 mid-April. Come and say hi. And we've got a little surprise that I'll be announcing on Friday for you. So come and join us. And I can't wait to see you all in Chicago. I just hope it gets warmer.
Wait.
Well,
a surprise on Friday. Does that mean this Friday? Because he's not going to be there as far as the convention is concerned on Friday. He's going to be there on Saturday and Sunday. I'm excited. Oh, I hope he he announces it before I record tomorrow's video, or I might have to do something special. Can't do something special on Saturday. I'm going to be in Ohio for my grandson's 3rd birthday. So, yeah, maybe I'll have to do something on Sunday. I'll try to keep you guys apprised either way, even if we have to wait all the way till Monday. I read that wrong. It doesn't say it is sunny in Chicago. It says, is it sunny in Chicago? He's not in Chicago. He's in LA. Duh, the WB Tower behind him. So we'll have to stay tuned and see what he has to announce. I hope it's something good. I have the further ventures of chatting with a fraudster that I may put up tomorrow in the video. We'll have to see how that goes. I have some behind the scenes here with Batgirl Fangirl sharing, continuing her way back Wednesdays. A handful of you requested to see the older behind the scenes photos that I used to create my season 1 reel. Originally posted December 5th, 2014, Shinty MVPs. And we were talking about this game on one of our chats the other day about the Outlander series that we are going through from episode 1. We are up to 3. 4 will be next week. I already said that. Check it out. It's Graham McTavish. Let's see. The clapper says it's Outlander 32E. So they're yeah, but we know this scene. It's a good scene. It's a fun scene, and it will be coming up very, very soon. Yeah, they get rough on each other in this, and I heard that Graham kind of was like, I've done an hour of recording, I'm done, and he went and sat on the sidelines while everybody else went nuts. But they did learn how to play properly, and so we're watching them, for all intents and purposes, playing a game with the pros. It's a good scene. We will talk more about that. This one also behind the scenes, Outlander Online and Caitlin O'Ryan fan shares a throwback to Caitlin O'Ryan behind the scenes of Outlander, and this is from their site archives, probably. And Caitlin O'Ryan, I like that. Outlander Online, probably. But yeah, this is a fun picture, and she is notoriously, and I enjoy it very much, notorious for taking behind the scenes photos and images while they were recording. I really appreciated it quite a bit. Very, very handy. And I also have some updates. This one is Nell Hudson and Renata, newest therapist. This is not an ad, just a serious recommendation. Any pampering treatment is always lovely, but occasionally you stumble upon someone who feels like a genuine healer. And I'm going to say that name wrong, but it's a therapist at 180 Health Club is the real deal. Renata used a combination of acupuncture and massage to help me feel my best during my pregnancy, and I can honestly say I feel radically different after seeing her. More energized, clearer, calmer, restored. Renata has an incredibly... I'm not going to read the entire thing. She is giving a really high recommendation for these folks, and you know what? I tended to believe her. Pregnancy can take a lot out of you, especially those first few months. She looks like she's well into her 2nd trimester with that baby bump. But that first trimester, I tell you what, it wore me down. I was ill. I was tired. I was like flu without the aching bones. Everything else was pretty miserable, at least for my first. My second just gave me some. We could go through the entire joy of pregnancy. We're not going to do that today, though. Nice recommendation from Nell, and I'm glad she's doing some self care. I'm really am because, like I said, it can be tough. Y'all know. ITV and three others shared this bit of information I came across. Maya McKenna, Bruce, Natalie Dormer, and Ed Speleers will lead an all-star cast in The Lady, a new 4-part drama series about Jane Andrews, a former royal aide whose rags to riches fairy tale fell apart when she was convicted of murder. Ooh, I like a good murder mystery. And so I don't recognize her, but her I recognize from multiple things. If you watch The Tudors, she plays, I know what her name is, the second wife, the one who caused all the trouble, beheaded. Damn it, I'm sorry, my language is going to go. Jane, yes, Jane Boleyn. I'm sorry, my mind just went whoosh. I know a lot about like the monarchy, and I don't, but the right over my head. Anywho, and then of course she was on Game of Thrones, which I talk about pretty regularly as well. And then we have our good pal Ed, who we know, of course, as a devious pirate Stephen Bonnet. And, of course, I know him as Jack Crusher as well. If you like Downton Abbey, Aragon, he's been all over the place. Does a really good job. I think he was the high point in Irish Wish as well. So, good luck. Nice to see him doing some other stuff. I'm going to go ahead and show you the other actors. I didn't recognize a lot of them, but I have a feeling it's just because I'm used to seeing them period costume in English shows. So, it sometimes throws me off when all the hair is covered and all we see is the face. It took me a minute to see Annette as Miss Fitz because, again, the cap is so, now he looks familiar. I know him. And I think I know that dude as well. I know him. All right, I'm throwing myself off. Anywho, so we got our good friend Ed going to, I don't know why I'm bothered to try to talk today. It's not working. We've got our good friend Ed heading to ITV with the new show. Check that out when it comes out. I probably will. I adore watching these actors doing different stuff. Speaking of actors, we got one with Lottie and Sam, and it came across my feed. And I don't see a lot of these two together, just them. So Sam Heughan and Lottie Verbeek at Sirius XM Radio Studios, New York City, April 2015. Photo, Roger Wong, infphoto.com. And this one was shared by Point Blank 1959. And Gina Schweiger says this was Sam's man bun time frame when his hair was growing out. So yeah, early on, first season is you know what? The man bun was a thing. I think that for the most part it's been put to rest, but every now and then you come across somebody, and honestly, you do what you need to with your hair. I used to really enjoy long hair on guys. I thought it looked fantastic when done well. And a man bun is just sometimes necessary. Sometimes a ponytail just will not do. I understand. It's all good. We are going to end this silly Thursday with one more video. I'm going to resize this sucker so it's a little easier for us to see it. But I won't be able to resize it too much because I'm running out of space. But we have a video here of Sam and Kat shared by Marie Ann M. and 5 others. This is so funny. Sam and Katrina promoting Outlander's 3rd season, the good old days, right? Hashtags for all the usual suspects. And if you are paying attention to the subtitles a bit, they're talking about some fun stuff. So
show a lot of sex.
She does do that.
Yes. One of the steamiest shows on television. I have to ask you, how do you keep it kosher, if you will?
There's usually a lot of people in rooms. I mean, sex scenes when you film them are never what people think they are, I think. You know,
everyone says,
but it's true.
Really?
Unless you're into that, you know, and you like to have an audience.
Wow.
Which, you know, I'm not saying that some people aren't, but
maybe there are people out there.
I don't know.
So what's easier to shoot, actually, a sex scene or a fight scene?
Oh, fight scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
There's so
preferably a
much
fight
fun.
between us.
Yes.
That'd be fun.
She also gives you a lot of sex.
Told you I was going to end this fun. Which one's easier, the sex scenes or the fight scenes? I can see that because, I mean, come on, really? The fight scenes, those are fun choreographed things, and you have to worry about anything popping up that shouldn't. I don't know. I don't know how to put that. But yeah, I can see that. I just thought it'd be a fun way to end this. I know it's only Thursday, but my daughter's spring vacation starts tomorrow. So I keep wanting to say happy Friday to people, but happy Thursday. I hope this was a fun way to, as we crawl closer to that weekend. Let's see. I feel like there was one more thing I was going to say, and now I can't recall what it is. I will say that because my daughter has spring break next week, look for a very special guest on what I'm hoping will be the first of many kind of reviews of other shows. She's been watching another time travel show with me that has a lot of the same elements as Outlander, but it's family friendly. So if you want to try to guess what that is below, go for it. But we're going to talk about it, and it's going to be a slightly different, not way to put it together than my upcoming ones. But I'm just going to have a conversation with her about this show and see what she thought of it, and see what you think of it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do not forget to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. You just keep coming back any darn way. Might as well put your name on the list of folks. If you want to become a member, I try to show you that early on in here. You just hit that join button below and decide what tier you'd like to be on. And when I am traveling more often than when I'm here, you get some extra content. And do get to be invited now to an exclusive members only once a month chat. It will not be streamed. It is just us. We did it once. I had to move it. So Melissa was my guinea pig on that. I think we had a fun little chat. It was all right. Also, thank you to my members. Thanks so much for the extra support. I do appreciate that just very much. And to those of you who do super thanks from time to time, thank you as well. I do appreciate, as you know, as I'm trying to get different things going on for this year as we come up, not only the convention at C2E2, but the Star Trek convention, as well as the Outlander convention, the Gathering in November. Already starting to pay on those, so I do appreciate that little oomph in the bank account, because like my grandkid wanted a birthday present this weekend, so I thought it'd be nice if I had some money left over from stuff I'm buying for myself and get him a t-shirt. No, actually I got him 4 little gifts, but I can't tell you what it is because it's a surprise, right? I do actually want to give a shout out to my daughter in case she happens to come across one of these and watches it today. Happy birthday, honey. Your birthday is tomorrow, and I will not see you, but I will give you a call. And then my grandson, 2 days after her birthday, she was like, we need another member of the family. Her first son, his birthday is 2 days after hers. So publicly, a very happy birthday to my family. Good mojo out to those of you who are struggling with some health issues. I hope that any that my husband, that my dad no longer needs, go out to you guys, especially you, Kathy, to Melissa, to those of you who've been talking about aches and pains from the winter, surgery you've been getting over, that flu that's going around, just a multitude of things have been attacking us in mass this year. So we're only in March. So please feel free to take up any extra good vibes that I may have. Try to put some out every time in these videos. Thanks for joining me. If you didn't get enough Outlander fun, you know where to find those playlists down below. And there are things from Sam's Couple Next Door as we start to chat about Outlander. We're up to episode 3 on that. Go feel free and check those out. And of course, any other Outlander waiting for season 8, season 7 stuff is going to be good stuff. Actually, no, one more thing before I go. I was told that I'm a little off sync. I did check my settings. As far as I can tell, I've done everything I can to help it be in sync. If it's still out of sync, I will try and see if I can find some other troubleshooting things. But I will tell you that when we go live and have a live chat, there's absolutely nothing I can do to sync up my sync with everybody else that I'm aware of yet. Doesn't mean I won't keep looking, but because of the way the software works, it goes to here, it goes to Google, then it goes back up to mine, and then it streams out to YouTube. And because of all the going from one place to another before it gets to you guys, It's just a little off, and I'll work on seeing if I can fix that. But that is just something I kind of have to deal with right now, which is why I say put us on and go do something else. But listen. Anyway, have a really great Friday. I should have a video out for you tomorrow. If I don't, have a great weekend as well. Love to you all. And don't forget, if you want to be in one of those upcoming Outlander chats and you haven't been in them, don't be worried. Please go ahead and put in your request. I'm going to very quickly put up, maybe? Nope, that wasn't it. I'm trying to find my text that has my email on it. Oh, there it is. Here it is. If you want to be a part of the Outlander chats, any of the episodes coming up, please go ahead and email me. I do apologize for erasing a good portion of the list before. I tried to go back and reconstitute it a bit. But please do feel free to email me to make sure if you'd like to. Whether you've been on one of the chats or not, if you have something to say about an upcoming episode, please feel free to request it. As long as you've come here and seen the channel and see how it works, you're very welcome to come join us. And if you aren't going to be on the next one, I will just put you on the one that has a space after that. All right. Thanks so much, guys. I will talk to you later. Have a great Thursday. That's all I've got. I swear. Love to all, guys. I gotta go before my daughter gets off the